Jai Baba to everybody, all listeners, Baba lovers. I was just thinking about the program, how it should be managed or how it should be set out. And one after the other, thoughts came to my mind that it should be, this time it should be a little bit different. And accordingly, we are presenting this program today. As I told you last time also that this time I will be taking the subject of singers who have given their programs before Baba. Those who have given programs before Baba, I was going to talk about them. And when I look out for the list, there are about 15 people who have sung before Baba. But then to start with, I have selected few. You will come to know who are those people. But then just before that, I would like to share you something. As we know, this program will be a little bit such a program that I expect or I request all Baba lovers to have their focused mind on this program because of several reasons that we'll come to know afterwards. But then when I thought about Meher Baba, I suggest all the Baba lovers that you should study in detail the aspect of Baba's suffering, because Baba's suffering and Baba's universal work has been so very close together, has been blended together that one cannot take one from the second, from the other. Baba was living in Mehrazad most of the time, and especially the last 3 years, Baba didn't have any correspondence or any connection with the outside world. Now, what Baba was doing there? There, Baba was undergoing suffering all the time. We always have to bear in mind that Baba's seclusion period is always a suffering for him. And he is not going in seclusion for the purpose of rest. He is all the time connected with the worldly situation, and the burden of the whole thing falls upon him. And that is the reason that Baba at times need some sort of a relaxation. And when in Mehrazad, there were very few occasions when Baba would call the Nagar party to sing for, led by Rustam Kaka, to sing for some time for Baba. But then when he comes to Pune, in Guru Prasad especially, then of course, Baba had plenty of time to enjoy singing. And that singing was enjoyed only because Baba had little bit of relaxation in his sufferings. Now, when we think about Baba's liking for music, then we have to bear in mind that many people think that Baba is to like only the qawwalis or ghazals. It is not so. It is not so. Baba has a basic liking for music. Baba used to like very much all the abhangs of Tukaram, Baba used to like Qawwalis, Baba used to like other songs also. So it is wrong to say that Baba only liked Qawwali. Qawwalis, Qawwalis or Ghazal. It is because the love for the worldly objects through listening to Ghazal and Qawwalis, it can be transformed to a love divine. And that is the reason why Baba used to prefer ghazals and qawwalis. But in fact, Baba liked every type of music. When he came to Pune, when I thought about all this program, how to chalk out the program, I had some in mind that I have selected some people. I have selected 4 people. One is Vasantrao Deshpande. Another is Begum Akhtar. Third is Gajanrao Vatve. And fourth is Vinayak Rao Patwardhan. These 4 are the, what should I say, they are the topmost singers who have visited Baba and given their services to Baba. And when I shared this thought with my son Prashant, I said to him that I feel that we should, in their own voice, we should present this program before the people, so that how they used to sing before Baba and in what was the quality that Baba used to like, that the people come to know. And he liked the very idea, but then he sent the whole thing to his son, who is in US, in Detroit. And he is a very good boy, very thoughtful boy. He has, both he and his sister, they are together now on vacation. So they have spent one night, full night, for sorting out the different songs of these singers, and they sent all that to us. And we have selected some very, very beautiful songs by these 2 people, by Vasantrao Deshpande and by Begum Akhtar, and other we have selected ourselves. So this Vasantrao Vinayak Rao Patwardhan also was selected by Asim, Prashant's son. So they have involved, they have helped us to set this program in a beautiful way. I am very thankful. I openly thank my own grandchildren. They have helped me to present this program in a better way. Now, one first single that we have selected is Vasantrao Deshpande. Vasantrao Deshpande was from Nagpur. He, whenever he used to come before Baba, he is a very big name. In fact, among singers, he is a very big name. When he used to come to Baba for singing, he used to sing in such a way that he used to lose everything. He will close his eyes and just in his mind thinking about Baba, perhaps thinking about Baba, he will sing so beautifully, but Baba used to like very much. Baba used to like very much, and I was wondering every time that how this man who comes from a Deshpande means comes from a Brahmin community. It is really, in fact, a tradition among the Indians that if you want to make a guru, that guru should be from your own religion. If he is from your own religion, he should be from your caste. If he is from your caste, he should belong to your subcaste. That is the broad feeling in the minds of the people. And I was just thinking how this Vasantrao Deshpande seems to be from a very orthodox family. How he can dedicatedly sing before Baba. Baba, who is from Irani, who is an Irani, and how he could have that feeling. But then I happened to visit sometime in Nagpur, and I visited the place of Tajuddin Baba, that is Waqe Sharif. And there I found one book. In that book, there was a story about this family of Vasantrao Deshpande. At the time of his birth, that family, Vasantrao Deshpande's family, mother and father, they were very much attached to Tajuddin Baba, very much attached to Tajuddin Baba. And when this boy was born, he was taken to Tajuddin Baba for darshan. But then Tajuddin Baba did a very strange behavior. He ran away from there. Why you are bringing? Don't bring him to me. Don't bring him to me. And then he ran away and climbed a tree and sat there and said, "No, don't bring him to me." Because the reason what he said is, he is the parrot of the paradise. He is the parrot of paradise, and that was the remark he had made. And the following happenings, that whatever he had said has come to be true, because Vasantrao Deshpande had ample opportunity to sing before Baba. Now, his one song that we have selected, we will be playing for you. I request the people, I request the listener to shut off your mobile phones and listen very carefully what quality he sings and why Baba liked the singing. So, Vasantrao Deshpande.
Nanda Swachanda Dhunda Ge Chanda Makaranda Makaranda Priya Milinda Makaranda Priya Milinda Madhusevana Nanda Swachanda Dhunda Ge Chanda Makaranda Ge Chanda Mitata Kamaladala Mitata Kamaladala Mitata Kamaladala Mitata Kamaladala
So this is the way how the programs used to be there. And really a very, very good singer here he was. And the feel which we used to sing before Baba, he was so very polite and so very, in spite of the fact that he was a very great singer, he used to sing Baba very politely. Now, there was one proposal sometime that I do not know where from that proposal had come, but for some cinemas, for some picture, the director or whoever he may be, he wanted one song, Madhusudan's song for that movie. And that was proposed to be recorded in the voice of Vasantrao Deshpande. The song was composed by Madhusudan. It has about 6 or 7 stanzas, and every stanza has a different tune, has a different tune. And the recording was arranged on a particular day. In those days, there were no recording studios. So we had to go in a cinema studio. So we went to the studio in Pune. There were about 3-4 studios only. So one of them was there, and we went there, and Vasantrao Deshpande came. And before recording, we were there, Madhusudan was there. So he asked Madhusudan, you just sing it once before me. I will note down the notations of that songs, and then I will sing it before you and just tell me whether it is all right. And Madhusudan started singing that song very hurriedly. He noted down the notations. About 6-7 stanzas, he noted down all those notations. And then he said to Madhusudan, now I have noted out the notations, and now I sing before you on the basis of these notations. Now just tell me whether I am correctly singing it. And believe me, without a single mistake, he has sung the whole song exactly as it was sung by Madhusudan. What a quality, what a quality that person had in him. And once it so happened that Vasantrao Deshpande was singing, and there was another singer, Begum Akhtar, who was sitting at Baba's feet. She always used to sit very close to Baba's feet. So she was sitting there along with her own family members, Queen of Baroda, Maharani Shanta Devi of Baroda. She was also sitting there, and Vasantrao had sung one song. And just Baba asked Begum Akhtar, how you like his song? And Begum Akhtar had all the praise for that singing, and she said, there is no parallel to his voice. It is just like a waterfall falling from a distance and falling and making sound. It's such a beautiful, such a fluent voice she has. And that was very, Baba said, what you say is really correct. He has such a voice. But you also have a unique voice. The only thing that his type is different, your type is different. Now the next we are going to show you how that type is different. we are going to show you how that type is different. And that will be, of course, Begum Akhtar.
मोहब्बत से अंजाम पे रोना आया, मोहब्बत से अंजाम पे रोना आया, आज तेरे नाम पे रोना आया, जाने आज तेरे नाम यूं तो हर शाम उम्मीदों में गुजर जाती थी, आज कुछ बात है जो शाम पे रोना आया, आज कुछ बात है जो शाम पे कभी तकदीर का मातम, कभी दुनिया का गिला, मंजिले इश्क में हर गाम पे रोना आया, मंजिले इश्क में जब हुआ जिक्र ज़माने में मोहब्बत का शकील, मुझको अपने दिले नाकाम पे रोना आया, मोहब्बत तेरे अंजाम पे रोना आया।
Now I would request my son Prashant to explain the meaning of the song. It's so beautiful song, and you must have already felt the difference in between the scenes. The style, different style, as Baba had said about it. So Prashant, please.
This ghazal, which we just heard, is written by Shakil Badayuni. ऐ मोहब्बत तेरे अंजाम पे रोना आया, जाने क्यों आज तेरे नाम पे रोना आया. I weep at the outcome of love. Oh love, I weep at your outcome, at the consequence, and wonder why today just hearing your name has brought tears to my eyes. यूं तो हर शाम उम्मीदों में गुजर जाती थी, आज कुछ बात है जो शाम पे रोना आया. Every evening had passed in hope and anticipation, But today something is different, as I felt crying over the evening itself. कभी तकदीर का मातम, कभी दुनिया का गिला, मंजिले इश्क में हर गाम पे रोना आया. Sometimes by lamenting over my fate, other times complaining about the world. In the journey of love, I wept and wept at every step. जब हुआ जिक्र ज़माने में मोहब्बत का शकील, Shakil, as I said, is the takhallus or the name of the shair. मुझको अपने दिले नाकाम पे रोना आया. O Shakil, whenever in the world there was a mention about love, I wept at my discontented and hopeless heart. Jai Baba.
Prashant, you have to unmute Pratap uncle because I had to mute him because of the voice echo. So you have to just unmute him. Prashant, can you unmute Pratap uncle because his mic got muted?
Yes, can you unmute?
Yeah.
Ganesh, hello.
Yeah, we're good now.
You could
Yeah,
you
we are
could
able
listen
to
to
hear
this
you.
song. You have
Yes,
listened
yes.
to the whole song along with the translation.
And the translation. Yes, yes.
Fine. So
Yes,
we shift on to another song. Now, the singer, his name was Gajanan Rao Vatve, and he has sung several songs. In fact, he was very famous singer in light classical music. Very famous, especially the middle class families. They used to like his singing very much. And especially during the Ganesh festival, which used to be for 10 days in Pune, he used to sing every night. He used to sing in that Ganesh festival. And I remember we were young boys and we never used to miss his programs. But then we could not find any song in his, any suitable song, I would say. We could not find any suitable song in his voice. So, in spite of the fact that Asim and Nidhi, they have searched out so many, but they could not find out. So, we have selected one beautiful song which was set to tune by Gajanan Rao Vatve himself. He used to sing this song in our center, in Pune Center, Avatar Meva Pune Center. Afterwards, after singing before Baba, at times, many times he used to come in Pune Center and his disciples, they used to sing, he used to sing. So this song, he has sung several times in Pune Center. But before Baba, it was never sung. But the meaning of the song is really wonderful. I would What do you want me to sing it first and then play?
We'll follow you.
No, what about meaning?
Meaning later, na? After the song.
Simultaneous?
After.
Meaning first.
Okay, meaning first. Meaning
Yes.
first.
So he will tell the meaning of it. It's a beautiful meaning. Just listen to it very carefully, and then you will really enjoy the song.
Hey Baba, this is Prashant again.
Yes.
This song that my father has just talked about is written by an accomplished lyricist in Marathi. His name is Gadi Madgulkar, and in this song he has used the simile of potter for a master guru, and through potter's act of pot making, he describes the master-disciple relationship. Ganesh, are we good? Are you able to hear?
Yes, we are able to hear. So we are good.
Can we mute? Can we mute my father?
Okay, we can mute Pratap uncle, but again that has to be unmuted. Huh? Means I'm
I will
muting
do
him
that.
right now. Yeah,
I
I
will do
muted.
that.
Yeah. So now we are
Thank
good.
you. Okay.
Because that exports otherwise. Yeah.
Yes. So in this, as I was saying, in this song, this poet, Gadi Madgulkar, has used the simile of potter for the master or the guru. And through the potter's acts of pot making, he describes the beautiful master-disciple relationship. Kumbhara सारखा guru nahi re jagat, वरी घाली तो धपाटा आत आधाराचा हात. In the opening lines, the poet affirms that there is no master like a potter. A potter, while shaping the earthen pot, strokes the pot with a flat wooden mallet. But while doing so, he puts his hand from inside to support the pot. Likewise, a guru may externally beat you or might appear harsh to you, but he will always internally extend a hand of support so that we don't cave in. आधी तुडवी तुडवी मग हाते कुरवाळी, ओल्या मातीच्या गोळ्याला येई आकृती वेगळी, घट थोरा घरी जाती, घट जाती राऊळात. Potter has to make clay out of soil, and he does it by trampling the mixture of soil and water. And with this apparently hard or harsh action, Master makes us into a fine clay, as malleable as possible, so that he can shape us, and he can shape us as he wants, and then our lives take a different shape, and the earthenware finds its place in temples or homes of rich people. In the next stanza, he says, "Kuni चढून बैसतो गाव गौरीच्या मस्तकी, कोणी मध्यपात्र होतो राव रंकाच्या हस्तकी, आव्यातली आग पुन्हा नाही कुणा आठवत." Once the pots are ready, they go out to gather their own experiences in the world and meet their own destiny. Some find a place at the temple deity. Some become cup of wine in the hands of rich or poor. But at this stage of life, no one remembers the fire of the potter's oven or potter's kiln, which has prepared them for such varied experiences in life. The last stanza says, "Kuni pujecha kalsha, kuni गोरसाचा माठ, देता आकार गुरुने ज्याची त्याला लाभे वाट, घट पावती प्रतिष्ठा, guru राहतो अज्ञात." Guru knows each student's capability and potential. A good guru, like potter, does not standardize his teaching, but shapes us differently. So someone becomes a container for puja, someone becomes a pitcher for milk. As the guru or potter shapes them, we find our own path in life. And most of the students, most of the disciples earn name and fame, while the guru always remains anonymous and unknown. Unmute, Baba, unmute kar.
Jai Baba.
Yeah, he is
Hello.
unmuted. He is unmuted. Yes, he is unmuted. We are good.
So I sing now. अरे कुंभारा सात्र का गुरु नाही रे जगात, कुंभारा सारखा गुरु नाही रे जगात, 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 कुंभारा सारखा नाही रे जगात, कुंभारा सारखा गुरु नाही रे जगात, नाही रे जगात, नाही रे जगात, नाही रे जगात, नाही रे जगात. आणि तो धपाटा आत आधाराचा हात, हरी खाली तो धपाटा आत आधाराचा हात, कुंभारा सारखा गुरु नाही रे जगात, नाही रे जगात, नाही रे जगात. आधी तुडवी मग हाते कुळवाणी, आधी तुडवी मग हाते कुळवाणी, ओल्या मातीच्या गोळ्याला येई आकृती वेगळी, ओल्या मातीच्या गोळ्याला येई आकृती वेगळी, घट थोरा घरी जाती, घट जाती राऊळात, घट थोरा घरी जाती, घट जाती राऊळात, कुंभारा सारखा गुरु नाही रे जगात, कुंभारा सारखा गुरु नाही रे जगात, नाही रे जगात, नाही रे जगात. कोणी चढून बैसतो गाव गौरीच्या मस्तकी, कोणी चढून बैसतो गाव गौरीच्या मस्तकी, कोणी मद्यपात्र होतो राम रंगाच्या सखी, कोणी मद्यपात्र होतो राम रंगाच्या सखी, आगातली आग पुन्हा नाही पुन्हा आठवत, आठवत, कुंभारा सारखा नाही रे जगात, अरे कुंभारा सारखा गुरु नाही रे जगात, नाही रे जगात, नाही रे जगात, नाही रे जगात, नाही रे जगात. कोणी पूजेचा कलश, कोणी साचा माट कोणी तुझे दाखलश कोणी साचा माट देता आकार प्रमे ज्याची त्याला लावे वाट देता आकार ज्याची त्याला लावे वाट पार्वती प्रतिष्ठा पार्वती प्रतिष्ठा गुरु राम तो तुम्हारा सायका नाही रे जगत 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 नाही रे जगत.
ही गझलांची पण गोष्ट सांग. गझलांची पण गोष्ट सांग.
Now this Watway, he was not used to singing ghazals. You can hear me, no? Ganesh?
Yes, we can hear you very well. We can hear you very well. Yes, good. Thank you.
So this
bhajan was
Watway,
really good.
Watway was specialized in particular songs, but he was not very much familiar with ghazal singing. But when he came to know that Meher Baba likes ghazals, so he had mastered few ghazals, especially the two ghazals which he had sung before Baba. He have already sung it once on this platform. The first ghazal is मोहब्बत की तूफान में लाया गया हूँ मैं भूला नहीं था बुलाया गया हूँ मोहब्बत की तूफान में लाया गया हूँ मैं भूला नहीं था बुलाया गया हूँ. Prashant, would you like to just no? Anyway, now and another ghazal which was equally very good, very good, very good was Karn Faryad खामोशी में असर पैदा कर. Don't complain. Create that power in your silence. When you keep silence before your master or before your beloved, you create that effect or that power in your silence that your beloved should attend to you. That is another ghazal which he had sung before Baba. These two ghazals were sung before Baba, and as has been done already every time, I had noted down these ghazals in my diary, and whenever time comes, we sing this ghazal. Now the last singer who has been was Vinayak Rao Patwardhan. It's a great name, I tell you, very, very big name in the whole music circles. And he has trained so many disciples. Whenever, in spite of the fact that he was such a great person, whenever he used to come before Baba, his gesture will be so very polite, like this. A simple cap on his head, and bending a little bit, he will talk with Baba. Every time, such a great singer, when he appears before God man, so he used to present himself so very politely. During the East-West gathering, the the Westerners were having their term in the morning, and in the afternoon, the Indian people, all the Indian people and other people, they used to come. But in the mornings were reserved for Western Baba lovers, Western or European Baba lovers, whatever you may say. And Baba very much wanted that this man, this Vinayak Rao Patwardhan, should be invited to sing before those people. You see, there is a speciality in this Bharatiya Sangeet, in this Hindustani Sangeet. And Hindustani Sangeet has its own place in the whole Sangeet, whole music groups. It has its own place. Some of the music directors, especially I would take the name of Naushad, who always used to compose in this Indian music, this Bharatiya Sangeet. So Bharatiya Sangeet had a unique place in the whole singing field. Now this man, Baba wanted this Indian singing to be sung before the Westerners. Especially, he was very much famous for his, what they call it, Tarana. Now you will see how that Tarana is sung, because it's very difficult type. Everyone cannot just master it. So he used to sing it very much, and Baba was very keen to make the people understand how that Indian music can be sung. And the same time, he had his tickets for, I think, Russia or Germany. He had his Germany. He was to go to Germany for some program. And when he came to know that Baba wants him to sing before the Westerners, he postponed his going there. Just see. He had an invitation from Germany, but only for sake of Baba, he postponed his going to Germany and appeared before Baba for singing there. All these singers which we have selected, we have mentioned, they were in their own field, they were top singers. But then, especially Vinayak Rao Patwardhan, when they sing a khayal, that's sort of khayal, a type of singing, it takes hour. On one tone, he will be keeping on changing, making little changes, and then precision singing and all that. But then they knew that what Baba wants, because it was no use singing that type of music before Baba. They knew that what we should sing before Baba. That was very important with these people. Even Vasantava Deshpande, even Vinayak Rao Patwardhan, they knew that what we should sing before Baba. And then Baba would just ask him to sing that Tarana. And that Tarana is now you will be hearing in his own voice.
बावन अनम्यूट कर बोले. चला.
Prashant, you have to unmute Pratap uncle.
Hello. Hello. Can you hear?
Prashant, you have to unmute Pratap uncle. Huh? You have to unmute Pratap uncle.
Yeah. Hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
So now this was the Tarana, and Baba liked it very much. Baba used to like it very much. Every time Baba would make a hurry, just tell me now sing Tarana, and he used to sing so well. In fact, forgetting himself. Now, what I suggest is, if you have really liked this Tarana, you can practice yourself. Ganesh. Now there is one memory about this was Vinayaka Pottuvardhan. When he had, it is said, I have heard this, I have read this somewhere, that when he had visited Russia, they felt that he must have fixed up something in his throat, some device in his throat. How can he take out such a sound? So they with different instruments, they checked whether he has fixed up some device in his throat so that he can sing this Tarana, but they could not find it. And that was by the president of Russia. Yes, he had asked it to be examined whether there is any such a instrument fixed in his throat. So this is one of the memories of that. All these singers are very good singers, but all these singers had their own love for Baba. Now, whether we can call them as Baba lovers.
Saigal.
Mohan Saigal.
Mohan Saigal. Saigal.
Well, I don't think we have time.
Question answers.
Pratap uncle, it's up to you. It's up to you how long you want to stretch. So
Just
completely up to you.
I would just like to invite any queries, any reactions, any questions from your side. I'll be happy to answer them. I will be happy to contribute to them, whatever additional information if you feel like having about these singers. And one thing is sure that from this, you can just judge what was Baba's liking. It is such a great liking for music and great appreciation from the God man was really a boon to all these people. All these people, they are so very fortunate that there is no parallel to their fortune. Now, anyone having to say anything about the whole thing, I can I can tell you or answer your queries. But before that, the same session of singers further will be continued next time also, in which there were different singers. But I'm afraid I won't be able to support them with their own voice. But then we will have information about them, the songs which they have sung before Baba, that we'll be able to provide you. So next time we will be doing that. But today, as far as singing is concerned, we have, come to an end. Only any reactions, any queries you can raise before me.
Yes. Anybody, any questions? Yeah. Yes,
Pratapji,
Prakash.
are you able to hear me?
Yes.
Able to hear you? Bit low.
Hey Baba, I was wondering if these songs are available anywhere for public to listen, or are they only in CDs?
Available. Most of these are available.
Ganesh, can you hear me?
Are these songs available in public domain or?
Yes. These are very much available in the and especially the songs by Begum Akhtar, and also this Vasanta Deshpande. They are all available. Vasanta Deshpande's grandson is now there, who sings his songs. His grandson,
Rahul.
Rahul. He had given one program in Mehrabad. I had met him there, and a very good boy and good singer also. But then Vasantarao Deshpande was Vasantarao Deshpande. He was blessed soul.
Yep.
So you can find it out. This song. In case you are in US. In case
at this time,
you
yes,
have,
but I'll be in Hyderabad soon.
But then you can contact my grandson there. If you get his mail address, he can help you to find out.
Sure. Thank you so much, Prakash. Jai Baba.
Jai Baba, Jai Baba, Jai Baba, Jai Baba.
I think you did a great job here trying to present us with the music that Baba has. The songs that were sung in front of Baba by all these beautiful artists. Jai Baba. Thank you so much.
Yes. Jai Baba, Jai Baba, Jai Baba, Jai Baba.
So, anybody, any question? So, any questions here? I can think.
I would just.
Participants, you can unmute yourselves, so everybody can. Whoever wants to say anything can unmute now.
Ganesh,
So,
I had a question, so I just raised the hand also. Meher.
Okay. Yeah.
Kaka, Jai Meher Baba. Kaka, can you hear me out?
Jai Meher Baba.
I think Mohan Saigal. That song, I heard one of the Baba's song, which means, of course, it's not Baba's song, but a ghazal. Ab kya bataun tere milne se kya fayda. Even Saigal sang that song also.
Nah.
Yeah, I have that.
One thing, that there is a mistake in the तेरे मिलने से क्या फायदा, ऐसा नहीं.
फायदा, yeah. क्या फायदा or something. And second aspect I would like to put light, because firstly I'm grateful to you, even though I'm in Baba's fold for last 66 years. I never heard of this Vasantarao name. Of course, we heard about Begum Akhtar and others, but never heard of the Vasantarao Deshpande. And there's also, did Ravi Shankar did any time sang before Baba? Because Ravi Shankar, brother Uday Shankar, met Baba on Rajputana on 28th September 1933.
Yes, that is correct. That is correct.
Uday Shankar,
And
yeah.
And whenever this Ravi Shankar, whenever he used to visit US, he used to stay with a Baba lover by name
Michael Segal.
Segal,
Michael Segal from Boston.
Yes. So we had stayed with him, and he had told about many things about this. But then he was not completely believing this Baba. His brother was there, who was a dancer. He used to believe Baba,
Uday
but
Shankar.
not.
Uday Shankar.
Uday Shankar used to believe in Baba.
And there's one more brother also I was told he met, Anand Shankar.
No, I do not know
Anand
that.
Shankar. Somebody has told me that Anand Shankar also met Baba, because that's what somebody told me. I didn't read, but there's nothing is in book. But Uday Shankar's the incident is there in Lord Mayor.
Uday Shankar had met Baba. Yes, that I also read about it. I don't know about it. But whenever there used to be talk with this, who is that Shankar? Ravi Shankar. Whenever they used to talk with Ravi Shankar was never seen to be interested in this activity. He had some sort of some respect about Meher Baba, but then not very keen to, do program or know about more about Meher Baba. And now one
did
last thing.
any of Gandharvs like Bal Gandhar or Kumar Gandhar, they sang before Baba? No. Because you know that Rustum Kaka is a great fan of Bal Gandhar in Maratha Natak Sangeet style.
Yes. I have one very beautiful memory about Rustum Kaka. Would you like to hear that?
Of course.
Have you
Yes,
that
please.
much time?
Yes, don't worry about time. Only thing, we don't want to tire you. So we have time. So you don't worry about it. So
once
there was before, sorry for the disturbance, Kaka. I have 11 songs of Rustum Kaka. I can post you. I didn't have your email. If Prashant can send me his email, there are 11 songs which is Mandali asked me to record. I have recorded from Rustum Kaka on May 1985, and he died in August 1985. But the songs is Namo Meher Baba, Pavore Ram Ratan, Pavore Meher Ratan Payo, Brahma Vishnu Maheshwar, and Chalare, and all that. 11 songs. I can post to you, provided the Prashant sends me the email address.
Yes. He is sitting right by my side, and he has agreed to that.
Mr. Merchant Nori, I will send it to you for any time.
Okay, let's see.
Now the memory about Rustum Kaka. There was a program in Mumbai. The place was Prarthana Samaj in Girgaon. And I came to know about this program. Manik was to play tabla, and the hall was not very big, but then sufficiently could accommodate about more than 100 people. And when I came to know about this program, I made it a point to go for this program. And when I went there, the whole hall was packed to capacity. I could luckily go and sit very close to Rustum Kaka. We had very good relations with each other. Such a great singer. Whenever we used to stage any drama, whenever he used to compose any new songs, he had all the appreciation for us. Such a great singer had his great heart. Always used to very praising us. So there, I went inside and sat very close to him. And then Manik had a problem in entering because nobody knew that he has to play tabla with Rustum Kaka. But somehow he managed to come inside and then sat on the tabla. People were surprised how this tabla was lost there in the crowd. Anyway, I tell you, the first, I would say Tan. I do not know what we can say in English, but that first Tan, first song, the Tan, as we have seen in the case of Vasantaraw Deshpande, the ascending and descending of this. I tell you, the whole hall, very clapping from everybody else, applaud. And then the whole program was so very enjoying. There was one specialty in Rustum Kaka. He used to sing only the song of Bal Gandharva. Bal Gandharva is very big name, very, very great name, very big name in Natya Sangeet, drama Sangeet. And this Rustum Kaka, actually he used to sing as Bal Gandharva used to sing. Very, very similar, very, very similar. If he sings and he is not visible to people, they will feel that as if Bal Gandharva is singing himself. It was so very similar to Bal Gandharva. But then once it so happened that this was told me by Manik, his son, Rustum Kaka's son. What once happened that Acharya Atre, one of the great, he was a politician. He was author, he was politician, he was composer of dramas and all that. So he had invited Rustum Kaka because he was very fond of Bal Gandharva. Acharya Atre was very fond of Bal Gandharva. So he invited Rustum Kaka to give a program at his place. And Rustum Kaka went there. He sang all songs, all favorite songs of Bal Gandharva. Acharya Atre liked so much, so much. And Acharya Atre knew that Rustum Kaka is Meher Baba's lover, Meher Baba's follower. So he took Rustum Kaka in his study. He took Rustum Kaka in study. Manik also was there along with him. He took them to his study. And on a rack, he showed all Baba books. Yes. He showed all Baba books, all important books on Baba. And he said, these are not only for displaying. I have read them. Acharya Atre, big name politician and big author. He says that all these books which I have purchased on Meher Baba, I have gone through all these books. I have read these books.
But
I was told.
Unfortunately, it was the same man who filed a case against Rupasri Maharaj.
Yes. Now Prashant reminds me of one story about this Acharya Atre. He was very critical about Narayan Maharaj. It was Narayan Maharaj and also first Narayan Maharaj, because he had written one drama. Bua Tithe Baya. Bua means man and Baya means ladies. So wherever there is a Bua, there are ladies. Even if there is a Bua, there are ladies. That was the title of the drama, and it was direct criticism on Narayan Maharaj. And also he was very, very much critical about Upasni Maharaj. But then it was I did not, I mean, he was very critical about Narayan Mal, that much I know. But
His destiny is understanding.
So, but then this is what it was.
तुमची स्वतःची बेगम अख्तरची गोष्ट सांगा. हमीरपूर.
I do not know it.
हमीरपूरची गोष्ट तुमची.
Yes, yes. He is reminding me of my very embarrassing situation which I was facing. They had invited Begum Akhtar for the yearly melas in Hamirpur district. For the yearly melas in Hamirpur district, they had invited Begum Akhtar. In fact, to invite such a great singer for this type of program was not very fair, but then she had also agreed to that. Now, every time, there used to program at different places. One was in Hamirpur itself. Hamirpur is a city, big city, Meherpuri. That one program is there. Thereafter, there is a program at Ichora. Sorry, not Ichora, Yengota. Thereafter, there is a program at Merasthana, and thereafter there is a program at Nauranga. So these were the main places where Baba programs were being held. And every time they used to announce that now Begum Akhtar will be attending this program here. But then somehow she used to be absent, and we were all hoping her to come and attend some program. On the last program at Nauranga, there was definite news that she is on the way to attend this program at Nauranga. And she came, all these people brought her on the stage. Unfortunately myself, unfortunately for me, when she entered the stage, I was singing. I was singing a song. And now I was so very embarrassed because to sing our song before such a great singer, I felt very nervous about it, and I stopped the harmonium and wanted to get up. Then she said, "Why you have stopped?" "Beta," she said, "Beta, kyun ruk gaye? Why you have stopped? Sing, dil khol ke gao. Dil khol ke gao. Sing heartily. Don't stop, sing heartily." Then I completed the song. That is a strange experience that I have personally had about this great singer. So these are the few stories about now.
One request, Kaka. One request. Nobody knows about Kak Sahib ghazals. You should sing all the Kak Sahib ghazals and record it and give it to Mahathir so that it will be stored and it will be benefited to the future generation. Because most of the Bauji's ghazals are available, printed ghazals are there, and some singers are singing, but Kak Sahib ghazals have never come across. Because you are the old generation, you should sing, and it will be useful to many people. My only request is to preserve, sing it and preserve it. I hope Prashant will help you.
Yes, I have taken it seriously. I have taken this suggestion seriously, and to tell you, I am in constant touch with my grandchildren. They are always reminding me of recording these songs, and I am also on that job very seriously. So hopefully you will get that. Now, one more thing I would just express here is to thank my grandchildren because they have helped me various ways to make this program success. In fact, all that selection of songs by Begum Akhtar or by Vasantao Deshpande, and even by that Vinayak Rao Patwardhan, that was made by Asim. He had posted it to Prashant, and through Prashant, I got them, and we could present them before you. I would tell about my granddaughter because both are there. Both are very in one way or the other they are involved in Baba work. In some groups they are going there very regularly. They give singing program there. Now Prashant recently told me that there is one group wherein they have been given 1 hour each. 1 hour program each, and my granddaughter is very in Marathi we call chulbuli, and is very some sort of yes, restless. So I tell you a beautiful story about her when she was very young. We were in Mumbai. 4-year-old. She was 4 years old. We were in Mumbai, and every time I used to take all my family people to Baba programs, even regular center programs. None of us used to be absent. We have maintained that throughout whenever we were in Mumbai. So once it so happened that when we were, of course, as a singer, we have to sit on the front row and manage the whole singing program. That day, there was a talk by Aloba. Have you anybody met Aloba? Any of you? If not, he was very restless person. He was very whimsical person and very outspoken person, and nobody could dare to question him. Now that day his talk was arranged in Mumbai Center, and during his talk, this small girl of 4 years, she was little time he will sit with her father. Then after some time he'll come to me. He will sit there for some time. Then he will get up from there and he go to tabla, her uncle Swarup. And then after some time he will go to Nandan. And like this he was moving every 2-3 minutes she will go from here to there and there to there. And Aloba is watching her. And after some time, he said, "Whose girl is this?" Now, in fact, Prashant was very much afraid. Now, how this man will react now? He burst with anger. That was Prashant's thought, because this girl was creating disturbance in his talk. And to his surprise and to my surprise, what Aloba said is, "Whose girl is this?" So very in a feeble voice, Prashant says, "She is my daughter." And Aloba said, "Take care of her. In future, she is going to do lot of Baba's work. So never use any harsh words with her. Never beat her. And then take care of her wishes, her whatever she wants to do. Let her do in Baba's work, and don't stop her." This Aloba said very seriously, and then she had given 2 boxes of chocolates. One was to be exclusively given to her, and one was to be distributed amongst her. This was Oluba's instructions. But then this girl, this mischievous girl, he started blackmailing us. If we try to, just scold her, she will say, if you do that, I will tell Oluba. Anyway, both are doing well. I am very happy. All the members of my family, all my children, all my sons, my daughter, and my grandchildren, they are all in Baba's work. This is my capital, which I have gained through all my life. I think I should stop now, because I have sufficiently said much things about the whole singing, and also a little bit about my family. Now, Ganesh, next time I will be also dealing with the same singing subject. Along with that, there will be some stories associated with every singer. There will be one stories, and it will be very interesting. Some stories are very interesting that I will be telling next time. For today, I am waiting for you to say Jai Baba Avatar Mein Baba Ki Jai.
Avatar Mein Baba
Thank you so
Ki
much.
Jai.